Hey guys, just got done with the Viacon video. I'm reviewing these guys in a row, so yeah. And like I said in the intro to the last video, I am saving the best for last in my opinion. Which, to me, is StarScream from the first edition series. Now, taking a look at the box art, first of all, I got him for $24. Technically, I got him for $20 because the guy at my local store, the Toy Box, let me haggle down to $20. Or my dad haggled down to $20 for me. So yeah, box art absolutely great. Again, like I said with the Viacon video, if I were to throw away the rest of the box, I would keep the card because that's where it matters. Oh, a simpler time. Anyway, oh, a simpler time again. Love the artwork. Love it. Miss the show. I have RC, but her waist is broken in half, so that I need to find a new one. And then I need to find a Bumblebee, because my already one's arm snapped at the elbow. But anyway, it gives no description of him. If it did, it would probably say he's the cowardly second in command of the Decepticons. He's a level 2 intermediate for transformation. I don't know. Actually, yeah, I'd say he was like that. It includes display stand. Yes, it does. Anyways, he is number 03 in the Studio Series, by the way. I'm so used to saying Studio Series. I meant first edition. Okay, now on to the figure itself. Himself. Non-realistic jet. Unless this is an actual jet, in which case, please tell me. But as far as I know, it is a fictional jet. I love it. Molded in landing gear. I wish they had done actual landing gear, but whatever. You can see his high heels in the back. Yes. Molding, painting is all great on all three of the figures, actually. I forgot to mention that. All three of the figures' paint is great. I think I mentioned that in Cogman. Yeah, I did. Anyway, molding is great. Everything's great on the figure. Missiles pop off. They're rubber. Just like these little spikes that will be revealed in Robo Mode and the nose cone. It was a common thing in TF Prime anyway. Let's see. Painting, sculpting's all great. See his legs. Just you can see his legs. 2013, a different time. Or 2012, 2013, I think, yeah. Now, on the transformation. First, you want to pull off legs. By the way, yeah, that's a paint mistake. Move the wing real quick. Yeah, that red blob underneath the stripe is a paint mistake. Fold down the wings first. I do it in different orders every time, but I'm just doing it in this order for this review. Untab the legs from the fuselage section. They plug in two different places, one above his high heels and one on the inside of his thigh. I want to unplug those. Next thing you want to do is, if you see this section right here, this entire waist section, that plugs directly into the cockpit section. I would recommend being careful, because I think that's what got my RC to break, was that the pegging in caused it to snap at some point. And then either you can leave these dangling like that, or as I prefer to do, and this is the next step, by the way. See this like tiny little armature that looks like it'll break? It's not, because it's pinned, if you can see it. There's a pin right there, so you should be able to see it. Yeah. So you want to rotate that 180, and then on this double hinge, move it upwards body-wise, at least. And then tab it in. And bam. Oh, bam. I'm joking. Okay, so next thing you want to do, right here, you want to turn that around. And I think that's what caused RC to break, actually, now that I think of it, is the plastic spindly waste. Then you want to fold down the feet, or just do what I just did and flatten them out by pushing them down. And on my figure, hips are fairly loose, but as long as it doesn't bother me, it doesn't matter. Fold those out. Fold these little tail fins out that don't even make any sense to why they're even there, but whatever. And then plop on the ground, because we're doing the back section now, which I don't know if you can tell, but we'll make up his arms. You want to untab these sections from this tab right here on the fuselage. Oh, and also, I'll do this at the end of the video, but found a funny little in-between mode. You want to swing these down here, and I find this cool that you can use this joint as somewhat of an elbow joint without having to actually fold it down, but yeah, you're going to have to see the pin right there. I don't know if you can... Oh, wait. Yeah. You see that pin right there, right? Well, if you can tell, there's a track that it will run along. You want to yank it out and make sure it pegs in. I wouldn't... Arm popped off. Yeah, there we go. So that might pop off from time to time on my figure. It might just be my copy, so yeah. So you want to fold the wings back on this double hinge right here. They're not already folded back from you doing the first step. And then rinse and repeat for this side. Just fold that down, yank it, make sure it pegs in, hear a snap, and then you're good to go. Now this assembly on his back, oh boy, this first time around this kind of scared me, because it looks spindly and it looks skeletal-like. Move my stand thing back. You want to spin the thruster all the way down 180, and then carefully fold that gray section down. Split the tail fin and fold it back like this. Now what you want to do is peg the tail fin in to that smaller slot underneath the big one, and then pull the entire piece forward and raise his head out, and then fold his little crest forward. Then these two little prongs will plug into those two ports right here, and if you, yeah, there we go. You'll see the ports now. So you see those two little ports? Those prongs will go directly into there. Next, fold his head down, peg into his collarbone section, and you can angle the wings back. Take the missiles off, stick them onto the arms, and then shablam. You got the screamer. I have to readjust it real quick. He likes to fall over. Yeah. There we go. You have StarScream. Come on. Sorry guys. It's all on the go. So, and this kneecap fell down. So, in terms of posability, ball joint here. He can move his arm up so he can do that like creepy thing. It's just like, he has an elbow here, and I guess if you count it, he has one that goes inward. I don't know. He has a double jointed wrist right here, so you can depending on how you put the joint, you can make it so like it's about to kill Cliff Jumper, R.I.P. Cliff Jumper, or you can put him in a pose where he's blasting off his rockets. Yep, come on, that didn't plug in apparently. There we go. Head can swivel if you put it all the way up. Can look all the way up. Can't look too far down. And like the slightest bit of tilt, if you can see that. Slightest bit of tilt. He does, and he's the only one of the three that actually has a waist swivel, but it's the weirdest waist swivel I've ever seen. So I'd say it's basically non-existent. He has thigh swivels at the ball joint. He also has a ball joint that is not prohibited in any way. Cool. Then he also has a 90-degree, 90-degree bend at the knee, and you can adjust his feetsies to suit your needs in terms of like posability. So that transformation joint for his feet, you can totally use whenever you're posing him around. Now, the one issue with my figure is loose thighs and apparently now a loose arm. I mean, it's not like it matters since I'm going to have him on a shelf anyway, but just thought it was worth mentioning. Painting and sculpting on this mode is great. My cousin does indeed have a, I guess it's called second edition, where like it has different paint apps or something like that. I'm not aware of that as far as I know. I have no idea what that is, but it's cool nonetheless. Highly recommend the figure. So I would highly recommend this figure, and pick it up if you can. I'd say you pick it up. And also, I don't know about you, but the blue kind of reminds me of Shattered Glass. I like Shattered Glass, okay. Maybe that's just me, but come on. Whatever. Let me just... There we go. There you go. Now I'll just end off the video here, guys. If you love it, or if you guys like the video, please give a like down below. Comment if you did, and if you feel like it, give me a sub. Just, yeah, I'm not begging. I'm just saying, if you feel like it, give me a sub. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.